What the fuck? Interview over. I told you.
All right, so just to give some context here. So apparently he was supposed to be doing some type of interview with 20 women, and allegedly the person that set up this interview or whatever had a trans individual there as well. And I think that's who that person is right there in the red hair with all the black outfit on. So so allegedly that's a man. So Charleston White thought he was supposed to be interviewed by 20 biological women, and he found out that's trans, and he spazzed out. So we're gonna watch this this clip of him basically going off on these kids here. Let's get into it.
Interview over. Don't play like that. Interview over.
That's crazy though. That little screaming voice that you heard, that came from the dude right there, or the man, trans, whatever. That's crazy. I just had to point that out because, I mean, they try so hard to play and sound like women. It's really impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga, I don't play like that. I thought you said 20 women. You couldn't get 20 women to go find. Interview over. Interview over.
My bad. Why you leave? What's going on?
Why? Man, y'all gonna have me gay bash. Y'all gonna have me gay bash. Say, where my ride? Let's go. I'm gonna go to gay bash. Get him. Y'all gonna go to gay bash. I don't want nothing to do with no punk. So what's going on? Go ahead. Get out, man. You ain't finna put me on no screen, no camera, with no sissy, and then have me with 20 bitches, and now you don't want to go get a jacked up funky punk. Nigga, I don't play with punks. You told me it was 20 women. Where the punk come from? The contract is void, nigga. I'm responsible for all. No, nigga, where the punk come from? You told me 20 women. You ain't even have 20 women.
What's going on?
Nigga, the contract is void. So
They saying.
I don't give a fuck what they say.
He said, what's going on? So I guess that's the dude that set up this whole thing. That's the guy that's responsible for the thing. And he's acting so oblivious, right? As if like he don't know who Charleston White is. You should know this dude don't play like that. And that's really the problem with this younger generation, is that they have no respect for the older generation, especially after knowing what these older folks will and won't allow. These younger generation keep pressing the boundaries as much as they can, and it's gonna backfire eventually. And that's really the difference between the younger generation and the older generation, and you know, my generation, who's kind of like right in the middle, is that these younger generations have no boundaries whatsoever. They allow any and everything to happen. Unlike, you know, the older generation, is that they don't play around like this. Like this. You can't even have conversation like this with your grandparents or great grandparents. They're not even willing to entertain none of this nonsense. But that's the difference between the younger generation and the older generation. And it's also a sign of a very comfortable society. People can do stuff like this and act the way that they do and pretend to be women when they're not, and be all soft and, you know, sissy like he just said. It's because it's comfortable. If we had to actually go out there and survive and fight for our survival, people like them wouldn't have room in society like that, because you actually have to go fight for your life out there. You have to actually go and, you know, hunt for your food and actually go be productive. But in today's society, everything is so simple, everything is so safe that you know, it's very soft. Men have gotten super soft, to a point where they're even pretending to be women nowadays. So it's really, like I said, most of the stuff that's, you know, going on in society today is an example and a result of a very, very comfortable society. Very comfortable. There are no real dangers out there for anybody to worry about or survive from, right? So that's the difference between the younger generation and the newer generation, is that the younger generation still has that old mindset of like, hey, bro, we don't play like that. Like we don't entertain none of that. You don't cross boundaries that I've set, and if you do, you know, it's grounds for violence. That's really the point that is going to lead to eventually, is these kids are going to have to, face their consequences, consequences of their actions, and they're gonna have to deal with it all on their own. But anyway, let's keep watching this.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is.
What's going on?
Say, my nigga, let's go. Say, get the rest of my back end so I can leave, my nigga.
Shit, I ain't got shit for you.
Who got it from?
You don't finish what you got.
Oh shit, that cheese good right now. Let's go, y'all. We go. I ain't finna do nothing, no punk, my nigga. Y'all crazy as a motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm telling you this is probably what the intent was, is that these kids right there probably were thinking that they were gonna go viral, get a viral moment, viral video from Charleston by probably sneaking in there a trans person without Charleston really knowing it, and see how Charleston reacts. And I mean, they got the clip. if that's what they were wanting, they got the clip. This is it right there. But I think they intended for the interview to go on and happen and probably get like some type of, I don't want to say a gotcha moment, but like a ha-ha moment, like, hey, ha, gotcha, that's trans, you really didn't know, type of moment. And yeah, Charleston was not going for that shit. He was not going for that. Y'all really playing with the wrong one. This is Unc right here. Like this dude is, I think he's like 40, 50 years old. This dude is not in his 30s. I thought he was in his 30s. I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen Charleston, I thought he was like a 30, 35-year-old. This dude is Unc. He is in his 40s, I think, probably 50 somewhere. So they don't play like that. They do not play like that. Let's keep going.
Man, y'all crazy as a motherfucker. I ain't doing nothing, no motherfucker. Come on, my nigga, let's go. Man, let's go. I ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Man, you better get me.
Yeah, I mean, there you have it. There you have it. Now, here's the thing, right? Some people will make the argument that, oh, he didn't have to be harsh on the guy and, blase, blase. He didn't have to disrespect him and all that, right? Now, what I would argue is that the disrespect line was already crossed. Whenever, this is an example of, let's say you're on a dating website, right? And you see a woman or somebody that you thought was a woman and you meet up with them and you go on a date and they, don't tell you that they're trans and, they try to take it further without, telling you exactly who they are. I see that the same exact way. You're lying. You're lying about your identity. If Charleston knew that this dude or woman or whatever is not who they claim to be, he probably wouldn't have showed up, right? So you deceived him. So that's right there disrespectful in its own, right? And then you also had him show up to somewhere and wasted his time. He could have been doing something else. Charleston White makes a bunch of money now. He don't have time to be playing around and y'all setting up pranks and all that shit. He's a serious businessman at this point. His time is money. He could have been doing another interview, another sit down, another podcast somewhere else instead of y'all trying to pull a fast one on him like this. So that's why I say, hey, the name calling, all that shit went out the window a long time ago. Whenever you lied to him, you had him show up, waste his time and money and energy, and also you basically told him he's gonna be sitting in front of somebody who he really thought wasn't. Come on, man. It's too late for that. It's too late. And this is really a message to the community here. This is the game y'all gotta stop playing. Lying to people about your identity is more dangerous than you telling them up front. There's way too many cases of trans individuals lying to people, going on dates, the person finding out that you're not who you really are, and some type of violence occurring. But see, if you were honest in the beginning, the person wouldn't have met up with you in the first place. Therefore, it wouldn't have resulted in the results that ended up happening. So whenever, people like me and other commentators say that, hey, if you're trans, you have to be upfront about your identity up front. We're trying to protect y'all. This is more for your safety than anything else, right? Because you're going to meet and run into somebody who really, truly don't give a damn and does not have anything to lose. And there has been multiple cases of that happening. So all this lying to people and, hiding your identity and not telling who you really are is more dangerous to your life than anything else. I guarantee you that. So take that message and run with it however you want to, but y'all got to stop playing with these older generation people as well, man. It's really not a game to be played with like this. So anyway, Let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. And of course, if you enjoy the content, hit the like button with the subscribe button with the notification bell as well. See you on the next one. Peace.